but it's your mother, it's your father. Where is everyone like me that has to struggle through this every day? Where is everyone? They would understand. They're the only other people that will understand me. For a long time, we are invalidated in how we're feeling. I know they don't understand us when they tell us, but it's your mother, it's your father. Guys, you understand what I'm saying, right? As someone who grew up with a narcissistic mother, I'm going to share how I feel when someone says that, how that feels towards us when we've grown up with narcissistic parents, and what they just don't understand about us. And I think it's good to talk about this because, you know, there is not really a place where we can just really go to, and there's not many sources that we can have a place for us to be. So let's talk about it today, and we can feel less alone in this, because it's one of those things that just can be really invalidating. Really be helpful if every one of you right now could subscribe, because we are a community here. You're helping other people feel less alone in their journey as well. Love you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's get into it, guys. Like, when they say to us, but it's your mother, it's your father, I find it so frustrating. I found it so invalidating. I found it almost like no one understands me. No one will ever understand what I'm going through. No one understands the daily struggle I have to go through every single day. And even when it's almost like you get to the point where it's just like you've understood for a while that no one's really going to understand this, so you just kind of keep it to yourself anyway. But then there's an opportunity maybe that arises and you think, okay, let me try and share this with someone close to me, they'll understand. And it's just that invalidating response, and it could be other family members as well. I honestly think this is where it comes from the most, is that you have a certain dynamic with a parent. Maybe it could be an auntie, it could be a sibling, it could be someone else, and you've tried to explain a certain situation that day, let's just say for that day, because you know every day is a new day of some BS going on. So especially if you're living with a narcissistic parent like I used to, is every day there's something that's going to happen. That was my case. Like, I just knew just when I woke up it's going to be something, and it's just like, it's just, you got to prepare yourself, and you just got to brace yourself and get through it, because you know at one point something's gonna go off. And it's just like, it comes to a point where you're just like, let me try and share this with someone. Maybe they'll understand. Maybe, you know, even someone close, even someone that understands that this person is not right, you know? Like with me, I had other family members. I had other people that clearly could see this person was not, you know, this is not normal behavior here. And they still choose to say, but it's your mother, it's your father. And it's just, it just made me think like, oh, I'm so alone here. Like, I'm alone. Like, no one's gonna understand the craziness every day. It's just like, well, I just have to deal with this every day by myself. No one's gonna like even validate my feeling of this. And I think this is like a real issue for adult children that have grown up with narcissistic parents, is that for a long time we are invalidated in how we're feeling, not only in our own intuition and our own thoughts, but it's like then we tell other people and they invalidate us even further. Then we have our own parents invalidate us all the time, like, and gaslight us and make us feel like we're going crazy. So it comes to the point, it was just like, is this normal? Honestly, for me, it was just like, am I going crazy here? I think I'm literally, at one point I was like, there must be no one else going through this then, because where is everyone else? Everyone else around me seemed to just have a normal parent. I was like, where are all the people like me? Where is everyone like me that has to struggle through this every day? Where is everyone? They would understand. They're the only other people that will understand me. And I literally could not find, like, this is one of the reasons why I started this channel, is because when I was going through that stuff and I was living with my narcissistic parent, I literally, there are a few sources where you can go and check online, but there's no really talking about it, like from their like experience, personal experience, and just like, I don't know, just being really true about it. And I was like, that's why I created it, because I was like, I can't be the only one going through this. And this is why I do these videos, because I in some way want us to know that you, the community, my family, my friends, that's what I call you. If you don't, I'm sorry, like, I just feel like we're connected because we've been through this. And it's just like, I just don't want you guys to feel alone in this and feel invalidated in your feelings, because it's very difficult for us. It's because it's not really talked about. And then when you do talk about it, people will gaslight you and they will make out that you are the bad one. What is it that you've done to annoy your parent? What is it that you've done that could possibly put your parent in this position? And it's like, it's a very unfair narrative, and it's the way society has been built up for so long, is that parents can do no wrong. Parents are your authoritative figure and they gave birth to you, so by birthright they should always be in the right by default of you being born under them. And it's just crazy. It's actually delusional to think, like, when people say this, like, I know when you've tried to, like, it's a bit delusional. It's just like, why is society built like this? Because it's like, for people that actually go through this every day, they don't understand, like, the challenges every day that we have to go through, the mental strength you have to go through to grow up with a narcissistic parent, live with a narcissistic parent, and have been able to come out of it, or you're still here and you're watching this video. I just want to let you know you're super strong. I'm super proud of you, because people do not tell you, and people will never understand how tough and the issue you've had to get through on a daily basis. Like, not like, this is not a normal situation. Let's just put this out there. Having a narcissistic parent is totally not normal. And I'm sorry, but to have your own parent do the kind of things that they've done to you and to me, it's exhausting, it's mentally draining, it delays your life if you don't pick up on things quick enough, like I didn't, which I will talk about in another video if you guys want that. It just extremely strips away your identity, your energy, your ounce of soul, of positivity that you have in you. It gets stripped away from you because there's something new every day with them that you have to focus on, and you have to kind of tiptoe around. You have to be prepared for. You're in a fight or flight every single day. So how the hell can we concentrate on things that are going to propel us, to keep us growing, to keep us thriving in an environment where we're basically in jail with our parents, in narcissistic jail with our parents? And that wasn't our birthright. That wasn't our birthright, you know? And it's very frustrating that sometimes it's just like, why me? Why me? Why was I born into this? It's like, why? And it's like, to have a normal parent, that's such a head start in life. And people that come from normal parents, the fact that we're even saying to have a normal parent is almost like a relief. And it's like, that is like a kind of goal of ours, to just have a normal parent. They would not be able to fathom what you're talking about. Like it's just like it's like a different language you're talking to them. They just don't understand because they've never been brought up in an environment where maybe a normal parent, yes, they have good and bad days, but it's not to the level of extremities, gaslighting, manipulation, guilt tripping. My mother was a covert narcissist, vulnerable narcissist, so the guilt tripping was there all the time. Being a therapist, being this, being so many different things in one. Financially being there, a lot of us have had to do that as well. It's mentally tiring. Like, we're tired. We're so tired and drained. And so for us just to have like the idea of just having a normal parent, you don't understand like how much relief, how much an advantage, head start that is in life just to have a normal parent. And I get it, parents have bad and good days, but I'm not talking narcissistic parents and normal parents. Good and bad days are like night and day. Okay, I'll just give you an example. Okay, a good day, let's just say a good day for my narcissistic parent. A good day, guys, because when we're saying good day, it's a good fake day. It's a day that actually they're not being good. It's just they've realized they've gone too far, and so they now need to fake to be nice. And I need to make that very clear, because there are no good days having a narcissistic parent. But if we want to put the hypothetical good day, it would be probably, I don't know, what was a good day for me? It was just like not hearing her shout at the bill people, just moaning, complaining, just shouting, slamming doors. I don't know, something, which was rarely the case. So I can't remember many good days, to be honest. Like, if I were talking about the behavior, bad day is like, waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning, fighting with the neighbors and shouting at people and burning stuff, and just doing very, like, cleaning really early in the morning, like hoovering really loud and just banging or just slamming the door open at like 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock. That's normal, like, that wasn't even a bad day. That was just like a normal day. This is what I mean. It's like the bad days are like, I don't even want to talk about some of the bad days. I mean, maybe in another video. It's just, or maybe I'll go live and I'll talk about it a bit more. I don't know just how comfortable I feel talking about the bad days, because there's some really like shocking things that, like, I think my parent has done, not just in their own realm of reality, but to me. So maybe if I feel more comfortable, I'll talk about it. But yeah, just those standards of slamming doors, that just going on. It's just also footsteps. Just the footsteps of coming upstairs like at 7 o'clock in the morning. Door open is like, what now? It's like, here we go. It's another day. Sorry, it's just me thinking about it. It's actually draining me thinking about the time, like, but I have to go back, and I don't really like to talk about the past too well. I don't like to live in the past, and we shouldn't live in the past, by the way. This is not what we should be doing. The reason I'm doing it is so we can understand, like, some like relatability here. Like, do you guys understand what I'm saying as well? It's just like, what are those things that they did to you most days? Like, it could be, for me, it was slamming of doors. It was mainly slamming stuff, just shouting, slamming, and then just throwing stuff into my face, like, all the time. Like, I've done this for you, I've done that for you. Obviously, my mother was a single mother, and it's like, you have that on top of it, and it's like, I sacrificed so much for you, and it was just a constant guilt, and then like up, down, guilt, it's like a roller coaster. It's just never stops, and it's not good for you. It's just not good for us, basically. But yeah, sorry, I feel like I'm sidetracking a bit, but they're some of the things that kind of challenges I had to deal with every day. I don't know for you guys, like, what was it for you? Like, for me, slamming doors, footsteps, what is it for you that was just like, like, why? Cleaning was another thing, just like being very pedantic about, oh, the spoon is like a center, like just off or something, but it's not off, it's just to cause an argument. That's all it is. And say it's like 7 o'clock in the morning and you don't feel like hoovering your bedroom, or because you've just woken up and you've just trying to adjust your eyes to the sunlight or something, and it's like, oh, you're so lazy, or you just don't do anything. What do you mean? I've just woken up. Do you know what I mean? This is like crazy behavior, like this is wild behavior. This is not normal behavior from someone. And yeah, so tell me, guys, what is it for you what was it like every day you just had to deal with? And some of you I know are living with your narcissistic parent right now, and I can empathize with you because I've been there. I've only lived alone for like 3 years, so I totally get it. And I'm 35, so I totally get it. I totally understand like where you guys are at, and I'm telling you, living with a narcissistic parent is hell. There's only one way I can describe it. It's like jail. It feels trapped. It feels helpless. It feels like a dark hole that you can never get out of. But let me tell you, there is hope. And I've done some other videos here on how to, I think I've done one of like going no contact, living with a narcissist parent. Like, have a look at some of the other videos, and you can get out of it. And there are steps to do that. There is like a step by step thing, and one of the other videos here really goes through that. So please, I recommend you go and have a look at that, and because that's what helped me get out. You know, I live with a narcissist parent now. I don't, and I honestly did it with like nothing. So I know that you guys can do it. If you're living with your narcissist parent, you can. There's hope there, I promise you. It's not the end, I promise you. Just please see me as someone that has managed to do it, and I know you can. And I know people in the comments that have managed to get out as well. Please comment below, because like, we need our community here of people like adult children that have gone through this. We need each other, because there is like not really a place for us. So please. And so yeah, so when someone says to you, oh, but they're your mother, they're your father, they just don't understand what we go through on a daily basis. They can't comprehend it. They don't understand it. So don't feel, when someone says that to you, do you know what? I would take it as a sign of, maybe do not tell this person again, because all you're going to do is feel another feeling, a wave of invalidation. And so telling that person again when something else happens, or something bad happens, like bad to your point of bad, then, and you want to kind of share this, I honestly think it's sometimes not always the best when someone has told you the first time, it's your mother, it's your father. If anyone said that to you, I think just leave it. It's just going to be really invalidating. They don't understand it. And I don't know if, even if you spent all the time in the world to explain to them what this is and what you go through, I don't think people can fully understand it until you've lived it. Until you've lived this every single day. It's very hard for someone to fully understand the complexities, the mental deterioration and energy this can have on you, and the mental strength that you have to keep going. They won't ever understand it. And like, we understand it because we've been through it. So anyone that's gone through it, we understand the other person's story. We understand someone else's journey that's been through. We can empathize with them, and actually we feel like, oh my God, finally there's someone that gets me. And it's actually quite like when I first started making some videos about this, it was just like, thank God, like you guys get me, you guys understand me. It's like, it's such a relief to like find you people. It's like finally we're here, like we found each other, like, and it's so comforting in a way, because it's just like, oh, my whole life, I'm saying, like, actually I'm 35, my whole life I've gone through not being able to share this really with anyone who understands fully what I'm going through, or can empathize with it. And I've tried, and maybe not to the extent of telling every single thing, but I've tried a few, and it's either a very overwhelming reaction, or it's just like a deer lost in headlights, like they just don't understand what's happening here. And then other people just feel very awkward. I feel awkward. It's just it's very uncomfortable, and I feel like it makes it actually quite difficult to have friendships when you're growing up with a narcissistic parent, because your dynamic with them kind of defines your whole mental strength and being and positivity. They can just suck all the energy out of you, and that can be a different video. I do actually want to talk about that, like making friendships when you're having why it's difficult for us when you've got like a narcissistic parent, because you know that's a whole nother thing, because you can't just bring these people around your mother or your father, you know, for a long period of time, because something's going to happen. Like the mask will drop eventually, and it's just like when it does, it's like, it's embarrassing. So yeah, and it's a reflection on you, and then people don't want to be involved in that, and then they just get scared, or they're just like, nah, this is too much for me, and just they can't handle it. So you know, that's the way it is. But we'll come to other videos on that. And so yeah, don't feel too invalidated when someone says, oh, but it's your mother, it's your father. They just understand that they don't have any understanding of what this is, and it's not their fault. They probably grew up with a normal, if we're going to define it as normal, parent, and so it's not their fault. And people shouldn't have to go through this. So I'm happy for them that they have, like, in a way that they don't understand it, because congratulations to them, they have a normal parent. And I do look at it sometimes, it's like, wow, I would love to have that mindset, that thinking of, I just don't understand what this person's talking about. I kind of want to be there, but I don't understand. Like, it's actually something quite beautiful in that. Like, I see something quite beautiful, and in that, to, you know, to not understand it, it says to you, then this might be a bit too much for them to be able to digest. And I learned that by telling people, and they didn't get it, and yeah, it didn't really work out the best. So we learn just to keep it to ourselves. No one's going to get it. No one's going to understand. People will invalidate us. People think we're crazy. People will think we're bad. Like, and it's very exhausting, the whole thing. So it makes me, yeah, it's just really invalidating, because this is like, if only you knew. And what's the worst part is, like, sometimes when you've told people this, and then they've met your parents, and they show a completely different side to them, so they could never fathom that what you're telling them is the truth, because they're like, wait a minute, I met your mother once, she seemed really nice, or I met your father, he seemed really charming. And it's so it's like, oh, here, like, congratulations to them, because they've like put on a show to make out they're like actually kind of like, you know, they're doing their best, they're trying. And it's just like, if only they knew every day, if you just spent a bit more time, you would understand. And yeah, so most people don't. So it's harsh, but you know, I just want to let you know, because they say it's your mother, it's your father, does not mean that you can't go no contact with them. Does not mean that they have, because they Because what? Because they gave birth to you. You have no right to put your mental health first, to put yourself first and stop delaying your life. I'm sorry, but like, I don't care that person's my mother. That person is not a nice person towards me. That person is the only one person that sucks and drains the complete entire energy and life force out of me, and actually ruined a long time of my life and delayed a lot of my life. And I don't want that person around me. So if you choose to go no contact, you choose that you don't want to be around this person because they are having a very negative impact and actually almost destroying your life, then do that. These people do not understand you. They don't understand what you've been through. They're just going by what society is. They're going by what their normal, like what they define as normal, like what they grew up in a normal parent environment, but they don't understand what you've been through. But I do. And there's other people in these comments that understand what you've been through. And I'm telling you, nothing's going to get better. They're not going to change. There's not going to be miraculously one day they're going to turn around and be like, I'm going to be the best loving parent to you. I'm going to give you the validation, I'm going to give you like some good positive things in your life. I'm going to be a parent that is responsible, not only on you're just in your emotional well-being. No, you're never going to be able just to do a normal thing, mother and daughter thing, go shopping without it being some kind of envy, jealousy, something, some gaslighting involved, some manipulation, guilt trip. No, you're never ever going to have peace with your narcissistic parent. It's always going to be a roller coaster. They're never going to change. You have to hear me when I say this, because I've been through this, and I just don't want anyone else to delay their life. I'm 35. I'm 35, 36 this year, and I have no family, no kids, no relationship. Just moved in to my own place 3 years ago. Now, when people go, well, it's your responsibility. Yes, I take accountability for decisions that I've made. It's like, oh, why can't you just leave it when you're like 19? I have had moments of periods where I have gone and had to come back, because I was didn't grow up in a financially stable home. So I never grew up with money or anything like that. So I had to do my best. And yeah, sometimes I had to go back. And it was only until 3 years ago I broke free and I managed to live by myself. And I'm very proud of myself, to do that, to live by myself. Yes, it's exhausting, can be tiring sometimes. And I have a lot of other things that I think about. Like, yes, I am this age and I feel like I have delayed a lot. But what people don't understand is that the decision-making process is defined by the foundational subconscious programming that we've had since an early age. And if we've been around someone who's very narcissistic, doesn't give us any kind of self-love, self-care, self this from our own parents, then we choose things. We choose jobs that have got poor salaries. We choose, because of this mindset, we're not the great at maybe choosing the best partners. We're not the great at best choosing the best friends. We sometimes can attract bosses that are also very narcissistic as well. So we unfortunately sometimes have to recycle and go through this cycle of attracting these people again until we realize, and that takes time. It took time for me to kind of understand this and finally break that kind of cycle of thinking. It takes a lot of time. I've only just kind of understood this the last few years, but it does bring you a lot of delay in your life having narcissistic parents. And I just don't want you guys to be the same as me and delay your life any longer. People that are living with narcissistic parents, please try and get out as quickly as possible. I said this in my other video. Take 1, 2, 3 jobs if you can. Save the money. Don't tell them what you're saving. You have to be a little bit sneaky in this situation to survive and to get out of that situation, because you're in jail right now and you need to get out. And the people that have made it out, keep going, because even that is it's not done. Once you've left, living with them, then you've got there's a whole new thing you have to deal with. You have to deal with grieving, you have to deal with the abandonment, you have to deal with the just literally being totally by yourself. You have to deal with reparenting yourself. Like you deal with the thoughts, their voice. You have to deal with the triggers like that you hear. That there's so many things that people don't understand that you have to go through to get to a place where you're just like, because your fight or flight's been like this for years. And your body is just, you don't even realize you've been operating on this level for so long. And so yeah, it's a whole thing. So when people say it's just your mother, it's just your father, it's not. They don't get it. They don't understand it. And just remember my words in your head. When someone says that to you, number 1, don't tell them again. Be careful who you're telling, be careful which people you're telling about your situation at home. Just be careful, because not only might they use it against you, which has happened to me before, which I am going to talk about, and but not only that, it's like they won't get it and you're just going to feel even more invalidated. And we don't need that when we're in this phase. Okay, we don't need any more invalidation. We've been through enough. So yeah, just remember that. And just remember, they just don't understand it. That's it. But I do, we do, the comments do. And so you're not crazy. There's nothing wrong with you. And these are people that, if they are narcissistic and they're your parents and you've grown up with them your whole life, trust me, you don't need them around you anymore. It's time to thrive. It's time for you. It's your time to shine. It's your time to no, I'm not doing this anymore. You don't need to hit rock bottom to do that. I'm telling you first-hand experience. You need to get the plan going if you're living. And if you're not, you just keep working yourself every day, watching videos like this, being in a community like this where there's other people. So this is what we need to be doing. We need to be uplifting each other here, sharing our stories. And, hopefully my voice and me sharing these kind of things with you makes you feel less alone in your journey. And that's all I want, because I know how it feels to be so lonely and no one else to talk to about this. And you just feel like no one gets you. And it's such a depressing place to be. But just know, I understand you. You're not crazy. I get it. And we get it. And we're going to do this together. We'll keep coming with videos. We're going to build our community here. So please subscribe, everyone. Please literally just hit the subscribe button right now. Because if you've made it this far, I know you're a true one. You understand it. And I need you here. We need you here. The community, we need each other here. Please, and we need to find each other again. Please subscribe. I think it's really important, because it's not just any old video. It's actually we need each other as a community here. Please comment anything that you feel like you want to comment. I hope this is relatable. And yeah, and also if you I'm going to be going live more. If you want to become a member, you can. I really would like that, because I would know that you're part of the inner circle, and I really want us to be really close knit. And yeah, it just helps me as well creating these videos. Keep going. And yeah, because it does take a lot out of me, but come on, we got this. I don't know what that was, but it's I feel come on, we've got this. Okay, I understand it. I understand you. We can do this, guys. We're going to do this together. You're not alone, okay? You are not alone. We're going to do this together. And we'll look back at these days and be like, we did this. We did. Because we are good people. You're a good person. And you're going to do this. I'm proud of you. And I love you all. Subscribe. This is the Nana Journey.